Hello, welcome to another tarot reading from me. So today's video is going to be on predictions for the following 7 to 10 days. As I do usually, I have first of all concentrated on choosing the right crystals for this reading. So I asked Spirit, which crystals should I use? I have a pretty wide collection right now of crystals, so I just choose whichever feel right for the particular reading. So this is for those of you who would like to choose with just crystals. Pile number 1, you have this red jasper crystal. Pile number 2, you have this green aventurine crystal. Pile number 3, you have this iolite crystal. All right, so once again, my suggestion is that you take some time, meditate upon the question. You can even ask more specific questions if there's something on your mind that you want clarification about. And then you can just meditate upon the question. You can address it to a higher power. You can call it spirit, God, whatever you want. Keep your eyes closed, deep breaths, exhale longer than you inhale. That's going to help center you and calm you down. And then open your eyes and choose the first pile that stands out to you without overthinking it, all right? And of course, if you feel drawn to more than one crystal, then you are free to watch several or even all readings and just choose whichever messages resonate. I will see you at your reading. Hello, so this is for those of you who would like to choose with cards as well as crystals. This is going to be the selection phase for the cards. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the red jasper crystal? What can you tell me for them about the next 7 to 10 days? What do they need to hear about the next 7 to 10 days, Spirit? All right. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2, the people who chose the green aventurine crystal? What should they know about the following 7 to 10 days? Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3, the people who chose the iolite crystal? What should they know about the following 7 to 10 days? What should they know about the following 7 to 10 days, Spirit? This one just popped out. All right, so pile number 1, you have number 37, ideal course of action. Pile 2, you have renewal of peace, number 13. And pile 3, you have amplify your positive emotions with number 7. Very interesting. All right. So once again, these are your options: pile number 1, number 2, number 3, and you can choose 2 or all of them if you feel drawn to more than one, and take whichever messages resonate, and I will see you at your reading. All right, so this is for those of you who would like to choose with both crystals and cards. So pile number 1, you have this card over here and or this red jasper crystal. Pile number 2, you have this card over here and or this green aventurine crystal. Pile number 3, you have this card over here and or this iolite crystal. All right, so you can pause the video if you need more time to concentrate. Once again, my recommendation is that you take some time, meditate upon the question, close your eyes, take some deep breaths, try to exhale longer than you inhale to help center you and calm you down. And then open your eyes and choose the first pile that stands out to you instinctively. And of course, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, you are free to watch several or all of them and just take whichever messages resonate. I will see you at your reading. So welcome pile number 1. This is your reading. If you have chosen this card over here that says ideal course of action with the number 37, which boils down to a number 1 numerologically, and or this red jasper crystal. All right. So this is going to be the card shuffling / selection phase. So you can skip through it if you don't want to sit through it, because I'm going to take my time. All right. So let me get some more cards. Oh, not these ones. All right. Some oracle cards. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the red jasper crystal? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days, Spirit? Actually, yeah, that's enough. And another oracle. Spirit, what can you tell me for the people who chose the red jasper crystal? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days? What is coming into their lives? What should they focus on? What messages do you have for them? This one just wanted to pop out. All right, so you have, let's see, change. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into one who can take it. Health. Allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing its best, that it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. And you have number 28, Sweetgrass, Feminine, North, Sun, Air. Wow, already numerologically, this is a repetition of the number 1. So that's like a lot of sun energy. And in this card, it even says so, sun and air. Interesting. So I'm going to read the description for this from the booklet. There's a booklet. So let me see. Number 28. I am Sweetgrass. I travel to the great spirit, Father Sky. I call in all that is good. I am your guardian. Use me to expand your abilities to communicate your intentions to others. My sweet smoke elevates you from the physical to the spiritual, from the profane to the sacred, from the ordinary to the exceptional. My pleasant aroma relieves stress and reduces anxiety. I am aromas, I am dreams. Very nice. So I feel like there's already a repeated theme on health here, or something to do with, you know, mental health, especially negative patterns that you might be working on breaking. Very interesting. All right, so let me see what the tarot cards have to say. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? The people who, let me see. I'm just checking to see if they're the right side up, because I don't do reversals. All right, Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? The people who chose the red jasper. What messages should they hear about the next 7 to 10 days from now? What can you tell me about the people who chose the red jasper? All right, these two. So let's see. 6 of Pentacles. 4 of Chalices, which is 4 of Cups. The Crone, which is the Strength card. The Magician. The Fool. Ooh, the World. All right, let me see some more. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the red jasper? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days from now? This one just popped out. All right. I'm going to need to clarify that one. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the red jasper? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days from now? What should pile number 1 know about the next 7 to 10? All right, these just popped out, so I'm gonna, I mean, how many are these? 2. Wow, they just wanted to pop out. Did you see that? All right, so you're getting an extra card here than I had planned originally, because I planned to take 6. Okay, let me rearrange a little bit. Rearrange. All right. So let's see. You have the 3 of Cups with, okay, the words abundance on it. The Chariot, loads of major arcanas. The Knight of Pentacles. The High Priestess. The Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 2 of Swords, which I'm going to have to clarify. Hold on, have to pause. All right, I chose a separate deck to clarify. Spirit, please clarify the 2 paths shown by the 2 of Swords. All right, so the first path is the 3 of Wands, and the second path is the 4 of Swords. Please clarify the 3 of Wands, Spirit. Please clarify the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Pentacles. Please clarify the 4 of Swords. Please clarify the 4 of Swords, Spirit. The Fool, again. Very interesting. Wow. All right. So let's see, let me put it like this. So you have the 4 of Swords clarified by the Fool, and then you have this card over here, the 3 of Wands, clarified by the 3 of Pentacles. Let's see. All right. So, pile number 1. Very interesting. So clearly what I am sensing very strongly here. Also, oh wow, I just realized this. I said about the oracle cards that you have a lot of sun energy because the number 1 came out twice. And then you also got the sun card, which is also actually no, I was gonna say it also boils down to a number 1, but it doesn't in this card. However, yes, this actually it boils down to a number 3, which is the second most represented number in your horoscope here. Sorry, horoscope, oh my god, a tarot spread. Old habits, you know. So, yeah, you have a lot of sun energy. You have, basically, I'm getting the winds of change. I don't know if you know that song. I think it's the Scorpions. Like, something is changing in your life. So, clearly, already from the oracle cards, you have ideal course of action. Already when I got this, you know, oracle card, I thought clearly you're going to have to make a decision here because it says ideal course of action. So that already implies that you're going to be thinking about a decision or something, or choosing a particular path. And then you, in the cards, you got the 2 of Swords, and then I clarified the 2 of Swords because the 2 of Swords usually shows you can go in two ways, two directions. So the first direction was shown by the Three of Wands, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. The second direction is the Four of Swords, clarified by the Fool, which also showed up here in the first line of tarot cards. So really, really interesting reading here. I mean, clearly, and yeah, what I was going to say is you also have health and change. So I think many of you are going to see a change with respect to your health situation, obviously. So if any of you have been dealing with physical ailments, this could be anything that is health related. It could be diet, fitness as well. It could be mental health. I feel like for many, it is something about mental health or mental health related, because you also have the Strength card. You also have the Four of Swords that came out. So this kind of like suggests that a lot of you are, you know, thinking about taking a rest, or, you know, like you're kind of like sitting between, should I rest more or should I, you know, take more action, or something like that. I feel like some of you, you really need to take care of your health, but you are anxious to get back into the game, whatever the game may be for you, you know, and that's why you have these cards that came out. Yeah. So, and you also have this about, you know, spirituality, and you have the High Priestess, you know, this oracle card that said about, you know, transcending reality. And then you have the High Priestess, and you have the Magician as well. This is the Magician. It's called the Witch in this deck. So really, yeah, a lot of messages coming through here. You have the Three of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. So for many of you, you might be dealing with some kind of a foreign situation next week, within the next 7 to 10 days roughly, meaning travel, dealing with foreigners. This could be, of course, for those of you who have social media presence. It could just be like, you know, you're going to be more active, or you're going to get some opportunity connected to, you know, your platform or your online business. But this is something to do with travel or connecting with people from all over the world, or foreign countries, foreign languages, something to do with foreign cultures, you know, is going to be important within the next 7 to 10 days. So, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which signifies a change for the better. And so this is, the Wheel of Fortune is like a confirmation of the change card that came out as well. So your life is changing for the better, and I feel for many of you, this is about your health. Really interesting. And another thing that I find interesting is you got the Four of Cups, you have the Four of Swords here again, and then you also have a lot of number 3s and number 1s. So number 4 is about stability. You also have the Six of Pentacles. 6 is also kind of about stability. Number 8 is also about stability. So I feel like you are torn, like I said initially, between taking action, pushing forward, and on the other hand, thinking maybe I should rest a little bit, maybe I should wait a little bit, you know, kind of like there's also an energy of hesitation. But it's not just about an energy of hesitation, it's about you needing to take care of your health. So I'm going to really get this Two of Swords out of the way, because it really is interesting here. So the Three of Wands, clarified by the Three of Pentacles, shows that, you know, you are prioritizing, so one path implies that you are prioritizing opening up to the big wide world. All right, so the Three of Wands could be about expanding your horizons. It could be about doing something new. It could be about education. But most importantly, it is about getting outside of your comfort zone. And for some of you specifically, this is something about travel. And it's clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So basically, the foundation of this change, of this opening to the world, is motivated by professional growth, by educational growth. So you are, if you take this path, you're probably going to be motivated by wanting to do better in your career, wanting to do better, you know, in your education. So something to do with profession. On the other hand, the other path is the Four of Swords, And it's really interesting because it's clarified by the Fool. So this seems like a kind of a contradictory energy here, because the Fool is about new beginnings. There it is, the Fool. So it's about new beginnings. It's about, starting a new chapter, being very fresh and very energetic. And you have the Four of Swords on top. So to me, this is telling me that the other choice you have is, instead of action, resting. And after you rest, you will start this new chapter where you have renewed energy, renewed vitality. You're going to start with fresh forces, So I feel like Spirit is telling you, like, sure, you can continue forward, slow and steady, or you can prioritize healing for now. You can prioritize resting, So I feel like, again, this is especially for those of you who have actually had physical ailments, or even, mental, emotional ailments, right? That, it's like you have this option. You can choose this option of, taking care of yourself, healing, and you will be able, after you heal, to start again, start fresh with a new chapter, with new forces. And it's also a reiterated theme, because it appears here as well, the Fool. And underneath the Fool, you have the Sun. So clearly this is a message of vitality, meaning that at the end of the healing chapter, there will be an increase in your vitality, in your strength, in your confidence, So it's like, if basically Spirit is telling you, you can make a choice, all right? But this is what's going to happen if you choose one thing or another. And it's telling you that, you shouldn't feel bad about resting. For instance, if you are not feeling great, or if you are feeling a bit down, or especially if you have certain physical ailments that you have to focus on, it's a good idea to focus on them first, and then you can start again with a renewed energy. And it's really cool because you have like a repeated theme of travel, expansion. So definitely, like I said, dealing with foreigners, but foreigners, see, the World card is literally, can be that the world is opening up for you. So you could be having more opportunities. You could be having, and this is also probably why this is going to be a big deal, this decision, because it's like, maybe you're going to get an opportunity that requires you to travel extensively, or to travel somewhere abroad, but you're not really feeling up to it, because you might have some, physical or emotional ailments. And, and this is Spirit telling you that, don't worry, if you want to rest, you can rest, because your energy will be renewed if you take time to heal first. So don't think that you're going to be missing opportunities, like for forever or something. And this theme is further repeated by the Four of Cups here, because the Four of Cups is a card that says, within this context, I would say it's more about establishing boundaries. The Four of Cups speaks of, not taking anything, meaning not taking something, an opportunity, just because you're afraid that there won't be others, It's about you actually staying true to yourself and establishing boundaries and being clear with respect to what you want, what you don't want, And, basically, again, it feels like it's reinforcing this theme over here of, this is a time for you to basically be clear on what it is that you want to do within the next chapter of your life. So this could be with respect to many things. Of course, it could be with respect to, I think that for many of you, it's about career, because you have the Pentacles energy here. But this could also be about, a relationship for some of you. But basically, yes, so there's this energy of like, you need to learn to reinforce boundaries. You need to, go back to basics with respect to what it is that you want. And, not just, like I said, not just to make choices out of fear. And you have the Magician and the Three of Cups underneath with abundance. Really interesting. So also the Magician says that you are basically in charge of your destiny, right? So this is Spirit telling you that you hold the reins, basically. You also have the Chariot, which enforces that. That's a lot of Mars energy. And yeah, so you have the Chariot, you have the Magician. So this is telling you that energetically there are doors open for you. So a lot of things are up to you, up to what you decide to focus on. Your creative powers are strong nevertheless within the next period, because you have this sun energy as well. So you're going to feel this very strong drive to move forward. And you will have the ability to achieve no matter what decision you make. This is the message. And another thing is you have the Six of Pentacles and you have the High Priestess underneath here. So this is interesting because the Six of Pentacles is about teaching and the High Priestess is about spirituality. So this could show that some of you might have an opportunity to guide others that are in a more, are, let's say, in a lesser level of consciousness, or, who are not as evolved spiritually as you are. Or this could be literally a teaching position for some of you. Like you might have an opportunity to be teaching, to be guiding others. This is also Spirit telling you to be generous with your words of wisdom, with your experiences, because people could learn from you sharing your experiences. And it's also a message from Spirit that it's a good idea to be generous. So if you're in a position to have more money, let's say, a nice amount of savings or something like that, that you shouldn't be hoarding money and clinging to money, and instead you should be sharing it, because by either giving to charity, or I don't know, yes, technically to charity, or it could be investing it or something like that, meaning don't cling to it. Instead, have a more generous attitude, because there might be people who need it, with more desperation than you do. And of course, this is about people who are in a position where they can be generous. For those of you who are, not in a position to be so generous, let's say financially, this is a message from Spirit that, again, you should be generous with your teachings, with your wisdom, maybe with certain skills, right? So like, let's say you are put in a position to be a mentor at work. This is a message from Spirit that, this is your chance to grow and to shine, basically, and get good karma points. And another thing is this Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is saying, you are on the right track to building your finances, because the Knight of Pentacles shows slow and steady accumulation of wealth. So it's telling you, though, that, it's telling you that you are on the right track, you are in the right direction with respect to your finances, and also with respect to your career, but you have to work on it. You have to put effort into it. You're kind of like, you're in the process, right? So it's telling you just, you're in the right direction. And yeah, definitely with the Three of Pentacles showing up here as well, it's, also kind of reinforcing that you are, I think many of you, working on something, like either a project or a career. It could be a career change, because you have all of this message about change. So yeah, this is Spirit telling you that you are moving in the right direction, but you need to arm yourself with patience as well. And let's see, with the Strength, this is really interesting. Yeah, so your endurance is definitely going to be tested, but don't worry, because you will be having plenty of it, considering these cards. Your power of regeneration is also very good, because you have the Magician and the High Priestess. If you are dealing with health problems, this is Spirit telling you not to shy away from also trying alternative methods. Now, of course, this doesn't mean, I don't know, going to the Amazon and rubbing yourself with poisonous frogs or doing ayahuasca, unless that is really on your schedule. But basically, this means looking into things like, how can your own thoughts help you with healing? Things like visualization exercises, the Silva method, how to heal your body through, programming the subconscious. How to take a more like holistic approach towards your health issues, and help your body from every perspective. It's also interesting because you have that, the health card also says help me, allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body no matter what ailments I may have. So this is like Spirit telling you that, you know, remember, in order to be in good health mentally, emotionally, and overall, you have to love yourself as well. You have to treat yourself with love. Don't, you know, don't be frustrated with yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't waste your time on regrets. Instead, just focus on, you know, making your body as comfortable as possible, doing everything you can to improve your health in every sense. Look at your diet, look at your lifestyle. Every little thing that you can work on counts with respect to building up your health. So I feel like this is definitely a strong message. Yeah, and I definitely see that for many of you, change is difficult. I think many of you have been, you know, in one spot for a long time, because you have the Wheel of Fortune is not just about change. It's also that energy of, you know, because the Wheel of Fortune, if you look at it, the fixed signs are represented on it. You know, the fixed signs of the zodiac, which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And if you know about them, they don't like change, actually. So it's quite ironic that, you know, these signs appear on the Wheel of Fortune card, and they're represented here in the corners by a different mythical animal. And this is just signifying how, you know, the importance, the significance, the significance of the change that is about to come, that it's a, you know, moving of a lot of inertia that has been there for a long time. So this is something that is, you know, probably going to be quite painful, quite, you know, initially maybe slow, but there is progress in the right direction. That's definitely a message here. All right, so I feel, again, for most of you, I think this is about health. This is about health, and also potentially about your lifestyle and your career in general. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I can see for you, pile number one. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and if you have, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel. Also, please click on the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video. And also, if you are interested in a personal consultation, personal tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I have left my contact information there, as well as a link to reviews that I have gotten so far, in case you're curious to see them. And also, if you're interested in astrology, last but not least, you can check out the video description as well as the pinned comment. I will link my astrology channel there. So if you're interested in astrology, go ahead, check it out, and maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, please comment in the comment section with any feedback you would like to give. I would love to hear whether this reading resonated or not. And I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye! Welcome, pile number two. This is your reading if you have chosen this card over here that says Renewal of Peace, with the number 13 and or this green aventurine crystal. All right, so this is going to be the shuffling phase. I'm going to add timestamps. You can skip directly to your reading if you don't want to sit through it. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number two, the people who chose the green aventurine crystal? What should they know about the following 7 to 10 days from now? Spirit, what should they know about the following 7 to 10 days from now? All right. Let's get another oracle card. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number two, the people who... This? Which one? No, I don't know. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number two, the people who chose the green aventurine crystal? What do they need to hear about the following 7 to number 45? All right, I'm gonna check if that's the one. If it comes out again, then that's the one it should have been. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number two, the people who chose the green aventurine crystal? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days from now? What messages do you have for them? All right, this one, number 61 West. All right, And then you have body and perfectionism. All right, so body, show me divine how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. Perfectionism, permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need. Free me from the prison of perfectionism. And then you have this card with the number 61, West, Feminine, Fall, Adult, Earth. So I'm going to read this from the booklet. There's a booklet. 61, let's see. I am the West, I am sunset, I am dusk, I am the most powerful time of day, I am the crack in the universe, I am the space between worlds, I am the color black, I am where the sun dies. Wow, okay. It is here where things start and also where things end. It is death, it is rebirth. Listen to your intuitions, listen to the woman within us all. Feel your emotions. This is the place of sacred dreams, a place of psychic powers. You journey within yourself seeking inner vision and introspection, which can provide great healing. Do not be afraid of transformations. There is security in change. I have come of age. I am an adult. I am moving. I am dance. I am movement. Wow, interesting. Yeah, you also have the word adult on it. It's really interesting now that I think about it, because here you have a child, like kind of this really like innocent, you know, like a fairy child with wings, and it's like innocently sleeping, unaware of the potential dangers of the world. Then you have this card with adult. All right, so for some of you, something about coming of age, something. Or for some of you who are maybe older, you're already adults. This is about healing the inner child. But, you know, let me see what the tarot cards have to say. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the green aventurine crystal. What can you tell me for pile number 2? The green aventurine crystal. What should they hear about the next 7 to 10 days from now? What should they, Spirit? Yeah, I'm feeling all of these in a row. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the green aventurine crystal. What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days from now? This just popped out. All right, we have 6. You have 6 of Pentacles, all right, that just popped out. And you have the King of Swords. Ooh, Judgment. The Fool. The Ace of Swords. This is Justice. I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to check. Actually, yeah, I'm going to check just to make sure, but I think it's Justice. 6 of Pentacles. Let me pause a little bit. Yes, so you have the Justice card. Pile number 2. I'm you know, the song that's coming to my head is Sinner Man by, I forgot. Oh my God, I forgot her name. Nina Simone. Yes. Sinner Man. Hey, Sinner Man, where you gonna run to? Oh my God, and there was a lyric in that song that said, he went to the rock and asked, can you hide me, rock? And then you have the rock here. Anyway, I'm digressing. Let me see what other cards have to say. Spirit, what can you tell me? Okay, that's too many, Spirit. All right, too many. So you had the Magician that just popped out, and you have the 4 of Cups that popped out. So I'm going to shuffle again. If they pop out again, it means they were meant to pop out. All right, just to make sure. I've done this before. Trust me, I'm a professional. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number... I'm not... Okay, these just... All right. Oh my God. You have the Ace of Swords again and the... All right. But these just fell out again. So I'm really going to shuffle again. I'm sorry, but I don't really feel 100% sure. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the green aventurine crystal, what should they know about the next 7 to 10 days? Because this one just really feels right. Spirit, what can you tell me about the next 7 to 10 days for pile number 2? This one feels right as well. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2 for the next 7 to 10 days? What messages do you have for them? What messages do you have for pile number 2? All right. Is this, I think it's enough, yeah. So let's see. You have the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Cups. You have the Two of Swords. You have the Emperor. Nice. You, oh my God, you have Judgment again. And you have Strength. All right. I need to clarify the Two of Swords. But while I'm clarifying, if you felt drawn to pile number 1, definitely check it out because you have some cards in common here. Very interesting. All right, Spirit, please clarify the 2 paths shown by the Two of Swords. What are the 2 paths shown by the Two of Swords, Spirit, for pile number 2? What are the 2 paths shown by the Two of Swords for pile number 2? Spirit, all right, so let me just look at them first. So you have the 8 of Cups and you have the 4 of Wands. That's quite a contrast. Please clarify the 8 of Cups, Spirit. Please clarify the 8 of Cups. So you have this card. I can't believe it. Two of Swords again. What? All right. All right. Please clarify the 4 of Wands. All right. This one just popped out. The Knight of Cups. All right, I'm going to ask again. Please clarify the Knight of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Please clarify the Two of Swords with just one card. The last Two of Swords that came out. Please clarify the Two of Swords that came out. The Magician. All right. I'm getting a pretty clear picture here about the Two of Swords situation. So I don't know if you can see all of these cards. I'm going to explain them. All right. But wow, pretty, I mean, intense readings. This is only the second one in today's reading, but already intense. Like, all right, a lot of cards that have strong messages, repeated themes, and let's see. You have the Judgment that came out twice, here and here. So, and you also have the Justice card coming out, and you have Judgment underneath the Justice card. Like I said, you know, I got Sinner Man by Nina Simone playing in my head when I got these cards. So if you didn't watch the shuffling phase, so I feel like, I don't know, some of you have done something, or like, I definitely, there's a strong message here. Number one, that you are going to experience something that you're meant to experience, you know, it's just predetermined. I know that's not something that anyone wants to hear a lot of the times, but there's some element of fatedness happening within the next 7 to 10 days. On the one hand, so it has something to do with universal justice here. Either you're being given something or something's going to be taken away. But aside from that, you know, the Judgment card is also about discernment. And since you also have the Ace of Swords and you have the King of Swords, And you have those cards, the oracle cards, like I said, speaking about child and becoming an adult. I am West, and I am the Alpha and the Omega sort of thing, which I know sounds almost like heresy for a Christian, for someone to say that, but it's kind of like, you know, if you've listened to this oracle card description, speaking about the West being the beginning and the end, and then you have the Magician showing up here, clarifying the Two of Swords, which came out to clarify the Two of Swords. I mean, and basically this is telling you, you are very strong, all right? You have very strong powers of manifestation. This is Spirit telling you that you need to take charge of your life, all right? Because you are an adult now. That's basically what it is. And you have because you have the Ace of Swords, you have the King of Swords, which is about being really tough and being, you know, having a very sharp mind, knowing where you stand. Very good logical ability. This is about if some of you have been maybe doubting your judgment, or you have had a hard time, again, since you had the Two of Swords come out twice, many of you are struggling maybe with indecision. You know, maybe you have some Libra placements going on. And I feel like this is Spirit telling you that, you know, you are in charge. You are in charge of your destiny. It's time to, you know, to be an adult, basically. Like, it's like, for some of you, this is maybe literally about some kind of a rite of passage, like you're still very young and you're, you know, trying to figure things out with respect to your path in life. But this is Spirit saying that, you know, this is time for you to make a decision. See, what is really beautiful here, just to start from the beginning, I had to clarify the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords generally shows two potential paths that you could take. So the first option was, look at this. The first option was the Eight of Cups, and then I clarified it by the Two of Swords. It's clarified by the Two of Swords, and then the Two of Swords was clarified by the Magician. Wow. Which to me shows that you're gonna, you know, this path, this potential decision could lead to pain. I feel like for some of you, this is about an emotional attachment, not necessarily about a relationship, but it could be about family, it could be about friends, it could be attachment to a thing, to an ideal, maybe something you have worked on, invested in. So the Spirit is saying, if you make the decision to leave it, you will be in pain, but you will realize that, hey, you are in charge of your destiny. You know, it will make you feel that, hey, I made that decision, I made that painful decision, and I survived. All right, yes, you might be in pain, but it's temporary. And you will have realized how strong you are and how you are really in charge of your destiny. And on the other hand, you have, let me look here, you have the Four of Wands clarified by the Knight of Cups, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. You know what this makes me think of? Like, and I know this could sound like a little bit of a stretch, but for some of you, this is literally about leaving a relationship. Because look at here, the Four of Wands is basically a happy home life, right? Clarified by the Knight of Cups, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So what is really interesting here is that even though the initial card shows happiness on the surface, peace and quiet, harmony in the home life, it's clarified by the Knight of Cups, which shows an idealistic romantic figure, kind of like a Piscean sort of energy or Cancerian sort of energy. Someone who's very romantic, very soft-hearted, doesn't want to break hearts and make rough decisions. And underneath that, you have the Four of Pentacles, which speaks of pinching pennies and basically financial insecurities. So for some of you, this could be like, I can literally see this of some people pondering whether to stay in a certain situation, either with respect to a romantic partner or with respect to family situations, maybe with some relationships in any case, you know, because keeping them on the surface, you might keep the harmony, right, within the family or within whatever your living environment is, but it will be motivated by financial fear, you know. And on the other hand, if you make the painful decision to leave the situation, you will, yes, you might be temporarily in pain, as the Eight of Cups suggests, but the Eight of Cups shows that, you know, it's like accepting the fact that all good things come to an end, you know, like that song by Nelly Furtado. It's like it's kind of like accepting the fact that some things you just can't change. You know, that's what the Eight of Cups is. So this makes me a good example of this could be a situation of someone being stuck in a relationship with a narcissist, you know. It's like if you want to, you know, you can make the choice to stick with this person and to keep appearances, to keep the happy home, but it will be motivated by hyper idealism, and underneath the hyper idealism is actually the fear of financial instability. And on the other hand, you can make the decision, the painful, initially painful decision to leave, but you will gain power of decision. The Two of Swords motivated by, explained by the Magician, which shows control over your own life. You know, it's really cool. And it's like you have Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords explained by the Emperor underneath. So this is showing like how, you know, definitely this is a message from Spirit that you need to rely on your judgment, rely on your discernment, polish that intellectual ability, polish your ability to see reality as it is without, you know, embellishments, and make the decisions you have to make. Realize that you are in charge of your life. I definitely see that many of you have a soft side with this, you know, Queen of Cups energy here. And so this, it's like you, on the one hand, you have actually very good powers of understanding when it comes to human nature, because you have very good intellectual abilities on the one hand, but you also have very good emotional intelligence on the other hand. So you can understand people very well, but be sure that you don't use that energy just to, I don't know, maybe manipulate situations. Instead, use it for actual growth, if that makes sense. And on the other hand, here you have the Six of Pentacles, which is explained by the Strength card. Really interesting. So this is showing that you have the ability to guide others through your strength. You have maybe leadership ability, because you also have the Queen of Cups. The Queen, in general, the Queens and Kings can show, you know, people who are in positions of authority. And then on top of that, you also have the Emperor card in this situation. So you have that, you're going to have that chance to step up and be in a position of being in charge of your life, or maybe even of other people. And you are going to have the ability to guide others in times of turmoil through your strength, through your confidence. And, you know, having the Six of Pentacles here, this is showing that you should be generous towards others, either monetarily or through your teachings, through sharing your experiences so that other people can learn from them. And what I kind of like didn't look at is the fact that you have the Fool and you have the Two of Swords underneath. Very interesting. So basically you're really gonna, you know, your decision, this decision that you have to make about something between, or, you know, maybe decision is not even the right word for some of you, but it's like, yeah, it is. There's no other way to put it, actually. Having to choose between one path or another, right? This is going to start a new chapter for you, a chapter with more energy. You know, if you properly make the choice, you know, according to your higher good, you're going to have a new chapter of renewed energy, enthusiasm, happiness, and overall growth, you know? And then you have this perfectionism and body. Show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. And perfectionism. Yeah, I definitely think that for some of you, this is like, you might be hypercritical of yourself, or you might, yeah, have some insecurities about your body. And I definitely think that, you know, this is, you know, a reinforcement of you needing to be more gentle with yourself, giving yourself some self-love, you know, and if you want to improve your health or your fitness, let's say, take it slow, take it with, you know, small steps, and not in a way that is like a punishment, because that's not really the path of self-love. And on top of that, it's probably not going to give you positive long-term results if you just try to punish yourself, you know, with being hypercritical and yeah, you know, and any kind of very strict regimen on your body is actually going to backfire, basically. And it's really interesting because you have, see, initially when I saw this, renewal of peace, I definitely think like here it's, I don't know, again, this is very specific, but I wonder if for some of you this could be about getting rid of some narcissists in your life, because you have this like renewal of peace and you have this whole situation with the Two of Swords, like I explained it. So I think that, you know, Spirit is hinting that you should be heading towards a new chapter where you focus on your happiness, on your well-being. But there's also like this message here that something potentially karmic might happen, you know, or like basically there's also a message like that maybe painful experiences that you have gone through have been due to something, you know, due to some kind of a karmic cycle or something you had to, you know, some kind of a karmic debt that you had to pay off. But like I said, the Judgment card can also be very well at the same time. They could be both potentially, both potential explanations, you know, could be valid at the same time. That it's like, yeah, on the one hand, you might be dealing with a karmic cycle. On the other hand, this is an invitation for you to, you know, be discerning, to be in control of your destiny, to, you know, not give in to, I don't know, external events, to recognize your power and take charge, you know, because you also have this Strength card as well. Understanding that you are stronger than you think you are. But there's also the importance of rest and being gentle with yourself for your, you know, physical and mental health. So this is pretty much what I have for you, pile number one. Sorry, pile number two. And I hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you have, do not forget to like my video, please, and subscribe to my channel. And also click on the notifications bell if you would like to see when I post a new video. Also, if you are interested in a private tarot reading, I will leave my contact information in the video description. You can go ahead and check it out. You can email me for a list of prices. And also in the video description, I will leave a link to reviews that I have gotten for tarot readings so far. Go ahead and check it out if you're interested. And also, last but not least, I will be leaving a link to my astrology channel in the video description, as well as in the pinned comment. So if you're interested in astrology, go ahead and check it out. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And also please comment in the comment section with anything you would like to share. I would love to hear how this reading resonated, if it resonated, which parts did and which parts didn't, anything you would care to share. I would love for you to share it in the comment section. So thank you, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye! Welcome, pile number 3. This is your reading if you have chosen this card that says amplify your positive emotions with the number 7, and or this iolite crystal. So this is going to be the shuffling phase. You can skip through it. I'm going to add timestamps because I will be taking my time. So, all right, some oracle cards first. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3, the people who chose the iolite crystal? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days? Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3? Did I say pile number 1? Oh my god. Spirit knows I said iolite crystal. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3? The people who chose the iolite crystal. What should they hear about the next 7 to 10 days? Tell me, Spirit. Tell me. All right, this one just wants to come out. So let's see. Companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. That's interesting. That's already a confirmation, actually, of this card, because you have the number 7 here, which is connected to solitude in introspection as well, in numerology. Hardship. May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. All right, so already there's some confirmations, all right? Number 6, Thunder Moon. All right, hardships, there it is. Virgo, Shields, Adolescent. So I'm going to read the description for this from the booklet. Let's see. Number 6. I am Thunder Moon. I am plenty. I am a time of gathering. I am the power of honoring storehouses, filled and overflowing. I am abundance. My gentle light in the time of Indian summer signifies plenty for you and the people. Now is a time of loving, of healing. Service to others is emphasized at this time, perhaps finding new ways to heal the planet or your own community. Of course, you won't be of help to others unless you are healthy, so take care of yourself too. Let the moon of Indian summer gently sit upon your shoulder. I am plenty. I am the harvest moon in the fall. Very interesting. Number 6 is connected to Venus as well. They probably knew that when they chose the number 6 for this card. Right, so that's why it's called Harvest. It's connected to harvest. All right. Thunder Moon. Interesting. So let me see what the cards have to say. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3? The Iolite Crystal. What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days from now? All right, all right, all right. These just fell out. All right, Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 3, the Iolite Crystal Crown? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days? What should they know about the next 7 to 10 days, Spirit? This wants to come out. All right, so first of all, you have the 4 of Swords and the King of Swords, which popped out. All right, then you have the Queen of Cups. These 2 cards also came out for pile number 2, so maybe you should check. Oh my God, the Magician. Wow, like birds of a feather, you know, because like I'm sure many people who watch my channel have similar energies, and that's why there are similar cards showing up. Oh wow, all right, 9 of Swords. This is yours alone. I'm sorry, pile number 3. Queen of Swords as well. Wow. Yeah, this 9 of Swords here, you know, continues the theme of hardship. So let me see what else is going on. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3? The people who chose the Iolite Crystal. What should they hear about the next 7 to 10 days from now? Wow, this just fell out. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3? The people who chose the Iolite Crystal. So, let's see. Wow, you have number, so this is the 5 of Wands, but it has the word strife on it. So there's really a theme here of suffering. You have been going through something. The High Priestess. The Magician again. Whoa. The Queen of Pentacles. The 4 of Cups. And the Star. All right. The Star. Wow. Pile number 3. Thunder Moon. Hardships. May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. And companionship is about embracing your aloneness. Yeah, I definitely feel like many of you have felt alone. Maybe like you don't have, either you feel unsupported, or you just have had to go through a lot of things that maybe other people couldn't help you with. Like even if there were people around you, you were maybe didn't feel understood, you know, or there were just some health problems that made you feel very isolated. But definitely I see a lot of worries here with that Nine of Swords, and with the Five of Wands, potential conflict. Wow, like this is really interesting. I wonder if the people who made these cards know astrology, because if you look at the card here, you'll see the symbol for Rahu with Saturn in the middle, and then you have Mars in opposition. You know, and if I've done a video on Mars Rahu conjunctions. If you've seen that, I talk about how this is increasing conflict and rage in relationships. So I wonder, right? So maybe you have had some kind of conflict with someone significant, or again, could be multiple people. Maybe you've had a lot of conflicts with the people around you, or you have had to, maybe at work, you've had to deal with people who come from very different backgrounds, who have caused you a lot of stress because you just don't see eye to eye. I feel like, yeah, I think that there is relationship stress going on, actually, ironically, because even though it says embrace, yeah, it says, actually, not ironically, I think maybe the message is some of you are with the wrong partner, because you have this card that I now notice for the first time has this Rahu Mars symbolism on it. And, there's that card that says embrace your aloneness. And it says, when you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. So I feel like for some of you, this is, telling you that you have not been around the right people for you. And that could be a large portion of why you have this Nine of Swords energy, feeling misunderstood or not understood, not emotionally supported, So I feel like, as difficult as it is, this is telling you, like, it's better to be alone than to be around people who are maybe abusive, or, mistreating you, or just not sympathetic when you need them to be, It's like, it's just making matters worse. I feel like that's definitely a message. And it's also very interesting to me because the Nine of Swords is, over the Four of Cups, which is a card that speaks of enforcing boundaries when it comes to relationships. It's, the Four of Cups is about, it's about having the courage to say no, or not saying yes because you're afraid that you won't have another option. So within this context, I feel like, sometimes in some contexts it can rather mean boredom. But I think in this context, it's more likely to be this explanation that you might be staying with people or around you, doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, that you are keeping relationships just because you're afraid that you won't have other options if you let them go. But the truth is, you need to embrace your aloneness first, like this card said about companionship. And this is really, all right, I was going to say a happy ending, but let me not get to the ending first, right? So you have this Four of Swords and you have this Five of Wands, which speaks of you needing to rest. And it also speaks of, when it comes to relationships, you needing to be assertive, and this doesn't mean being rude or walking over others, but also it means you have to maintain your ground when it comes to relationships. So again, this could be about, personal relationships, this could be about work, could be in general, because it applies in general, right? Meaning it's like a good relationship is one where people respect one another, so nobody has to give part of their energy to make the other person happy. So the message here is, you take your rest. You shouldn't be suffering because of other people, right? You shouldn't be the one to compromise. You shouldn't have to take crap from others. You shouldn't, bow down basically to anyone just for the sake of maintaining the peace. And I feel like for you, many of you specifically, this is a message that you have to take the bull by the horns and be more assertive with respect to your needs, with respect to your desires. And you need to understand that your desires, your needs are as valuable as everyone else's. So there's that message. And there's also this message that you will need to rest, all right? Rest has to become a priority. And it's not about being lazy. It's about replenishing your energy. It's about healing. And I feel like, especially considering this, it's like very important for you, specifically with respect to emotional, mental health, of course. And look, and you also have this, amplify your positive emotions, right? And it's really interesting because you have this child playing in a creek. So I feel like, maybe this is also a message with respect to how you can increase your energy, with respect to how you can, increase your well-being, your happiness. It's doing things that bring you in the present, that you just enjoy and get, that make you get caught up in the moment. Basically things that people would call being in the flow. When you love doing something and you go with the flow, that you lose track of time, being in that space where you just enjoy it and you do something for the sake of it, without thinking about results or pressures or anything like that. So whatever brings up this kind of feeling is something you need to be doing more of within this next period in order to increase your happiness and heal emotionally and mentally with respect to stress here. Now, the Magician card coming out twice is particularly interesting, and what I think it means is Spirit telling you that you are more powerful than you imagine. I feel like for some of you, this could even be about you having maybe mystical powers or like very strong intuition. You also have the High Priestess, so there's like a confirmation of that. But with a Magician, it's telling you that you're actually in control of your destiny, right? So it's, you can create what you want. This is why there's the infinity symbol over his head here. And it's like you can create whatever you want, so it's like whatever you focus on the most is going to have higher chances of manifesting. So always remember that, right? This is probably why you also have this card of amplify your positive emotions. Also, of course, now I realize it's really interesting because the child is creating ripples, right? So, and you have the word amplify. So anyway, that's just a cute imagery. But yeah, I feel like this is Spirit telling you, again, reminding you with this Magician showing up twice, it's telling you that, whatever you focus on, you're going to get more of, So the key to you leaving this behind, the pain and the suffering and the hardships, is to seek to put yourself in the present as much as possible, in positive emotions as much as possible, to put yourself in a space where you enjoy yourself as much as you can, even, through the smallest things, right? It could be, I don't know, doing like doodles in a notebook or something, whatever brings you in the present, or meditation, or hearing meditative music, or doing yoga, or I don't know, taking a walk through a park, whatever makes you happy, right? Anything that brings you in the present and, captures your focus and brings you into joy. That's what you should be focusing on in order to heal mentally and emotionally. And you also have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. So definitely it shows you're a very intelligent person. And it also shows that you might be getting some strong insights from your intuition within the next 7 to 10 days. You might be getting some strong ideas from your subconscious mind, maybe through your dreams as well, because of this connection between the King of Swords and the High Priestess. You are a person who is very logical, but you also have a strong intuitive side. Another message could just be you need to learn to trust your intuition more and listen to your intuition, because the King of Swords can be a very, you also have both the King and the Queen of Swords, I forgot. So this is very Aquarian energy. This is like, you know, which Aquarius is also ruled by Rahu, so it's interesting that you have the symbol for Rahu here. Anyway, so it's a very intellectual energy, right? It's a kind of no nonsense, meat and potatoes sort of person who has a very sharp perception of reality. Nobody can pull the wool over their eyes, and they're naturally skeptical of everything that is a little bit kind of woo woo, you know. But you in particular, you have the Magician twice, and you have the High Priestess. So this is Spirit telling you that you might be underestimating how strong your intuition is, how strong your subconscious mind is, and you know that you have to learn to integrate these parts of you more in order to achieve what you want, and in order to, you know, move away from the hard times. All right, so, and also the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups shows that you are actually, you know, very balanced. So you have pragmatic ability, you have very strong intuition. The Queen of Cups is basically reinforcing the High Priestess energy to me. It could be for some of you the moon is strong in your horoscope, I wonder. In any case, you have strong balances here, pretty strongly balanced energies, because you have these like Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups energy. So this is also saying that, you know, the key to abundance is actually following your desires, your visions, and, you know, not thinking about what other people think. And it's also telling you that you might be on the right track to increasing your abundance, your finances. For many of you, if you have been working on this especially, this is a message for you. And also it's showing, you know, you are actually getting closer and closer to being in a stable situation with respect to your emotions, with respect to your finances as well. And you definitely have very sharp intellectual abilities. Really, like, another thing is here, so finally I'm going to get to this. You have, so the Queen of Swords, and you have the star underneath, which to me shows that it's actually your intellectual abilities, your sharp mind, that is going to bring you some kind of recognition, some kind of attention. For those of you who have like social media, you might be getting more, you know, more attention, more following. But the star in some way just shows, yeah, recognition, basically. It shows some kind of success happening, basically, no matter how small it may be. And what's going to bring you there is that Queen of Swords energy. So being in that very kind of unconventional, don't care what other people think sort of energy, and just having the courage to stand true to your visions. Shields adolescent. All right. Yeah, and since this oracle card had all those messages about being abundant, and also if you're interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there. I will also leave a link to reviews that I have gotten for private tarot readings in case you're curious to check them out. And also, please comment in the comment section with any feedback you would like to share. And last but not least, I have an astrology channel, and I will be linking that in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. Go ahead and check it out if you like astrology. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, thank you very much for listening, and I would hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye!